Hey fam, welcome back to Simplified Mechanic. My name's Thomas. Today's video is going to be about the worst customer I have ever had to deal with while I was a mobile mechanic. It involves a dead guy, a biker gang, and a fat woman that wanted to beat my ass. So if you're interested in this journey, stay tuned. Alright, this started off a few years ago. I was hired by a guy named John. He called me and he wanted me to fix up his old, I think it was a 1989 Ford F-150, something like that. The truck was all beat down, but John was 80 years old and he just lost his wife to cancer. They was married like 50 years. He wanted me to rebuild the truck because it had a lot of sentimental value to him. So I go down over there and I go look at it, and it's beat up bad. Like the transmission's out. I mean, there's just a lot going on. So we come up with a price, and it's, almost $2,000. This truck ain't worth $300 or $400. So me and John come up with this little plan. He can pay so much up front, and once we're done, he'll pay some as well. So he gives me like $600 or $700 to get some of the parts. I tell him it's going to take a while. It's going to be more of a side project because I'm already booked up for the next couple weeks. And he said that's fine. So I start working on his vehicle, and it's a few months later, I find some other stuff that was wrong with it, and we needed money for the parts. So I go over there, knock on the door. This woman answers, comes to find out that's his daughter. It tells me that John actually passed away 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God. I like John. He was a good old dude, man. Like, he was just a good dude. So I briefly tell the daughter what's going on. So after a couple weeks, I go over there and I talk to him. And I tell him the situation, how much he's owed, how much is paid. And we're talking, everything seems okay. I asked, well, how long will it take you to fix it? I said, give me a couple weeks. So I work on it. Everything is going good. I finish up the vehicle, finished up early actually. So I call her, tell her everything's good. She can come get the vehicle. So she comes over, asks for the contract that me and her father signed. The problem is me and John didn't have a contract. This is like my 4th or 5th time working for him. His wife just died, and I'm just doing this more as a side project. I think to get a contract or, it just didn't cross my mind, I mean, it's literally like working for your grandpa, So I was like, oh my God. I said, well, we actually didn't sign one. I said, but I have a receipt where he signed that. I said, well, let me go talk to my brother and then we'll set something up to get the vehicle out of here. I said, okay, that's fine. So I get a phone call like 2 days later, and it's from her. And she's saying that she looked over her dad's bank records and there's an amount taken out for $1,400, which is what we was charging. She was saying that he paid in full. Well, come to find out, that $1,400 that he took that out 3 months before we even started the project. And it was the time of when his wife died. So I'm sure he took the money out taking care of things. I get a call from my wife. My wife's like, hey, that woman's here to get the truck and she has 6 bikers with her. I'm like, 6 bikers? I was like a motorcycle gang? Like bikers like that? She's like, yeah, there's like 6 of them. You need to come home now. So I'm flying home and I'm thinking, what is about to happen? 6 bikers are at my house, and she's about to come to get this car. Obviously it's not something good, So I'm hauling ass, got the gun on me and everything, because you just never know. It's insurance, right? So I get out, ready to meet the fucking Hell's Angels or whatever it is. I get out, and it's 2 little skinny women. The other 2 guys was gay, and there was a couple. And then there was one guy that was about 85 years old. So I was like, oh, thank God. I'm not getting beat up by this little clan. But she brung them there. She needed a group, because what was happening was she was coming to take this vehicle and she wasn't going to pay shit for it. We got in this argument and I was like, it ain't happening. You ain't taking this car. You can come to an agreement. I'll knock some money off and you can actually pay half now and I'll let you make payments. But you're not getting the keys back till you pay in full. So this goes back and forth and I'm like, just get the fuck off my property. So they leave. She comes back the next day with the cops. And usually the cops don't get involved. Usually they're like, oh, it's a civil matter. You got to take it up with the courts. But he came and he asked for my proof. But of course I don't have the fucking contract. I only have this receipt. That's why you always got to treat this stuff like business. This can't be personal no matter what. If you're changing a friend's tire, have him sign that contract. It's not worth it. So the cop makes me hand over the keys. So I hand over the keys to her. The vehicle's still on a jack stand though, okay? She gets in the car, she starts it. Well, the door's open in the truck, and me and everybody standing out there, the cops even out there. So she starts the car, she goes to get out, and the vehicle starts rolling. It's rolling good. She must have had it in neutral or something, but it comes off that jack stand, and it's hauling ass backwards. And she's like 400 pounds, and she's trying to hop along with the truck with one leg in, one leg out. And what happens is, as it's going backwards, the door's open. The door catches that fence, and it pulls that door all the way back the other way, bends it all the way till it touches the front fence. And as that happened, it's dragging, tears my fence post up, dragging the fence post, slams the woman into the ground. She gets ran over by the fence at my neighbor's front door. So she's laying there with the fucking fence all over her, fence marks on her. She jumps up, she's crying and yelling. She says, I sabotaged the vehicle and shit. And I swear to God, she had a fucking chain link fence all across her forehead. And I was like, oh my God. Nothing ever happens again. I never hear from these people, right? And it's like 6 or 7 months. I'm driving down the road, and then guess what I see? Like, this cannot happen. The truck that I worked on is on the side of the highway in Columbus, Ohio, burning down with the 400-pound woman outside the vehicle. And I was like, you know, thank you, Jesus, for that one. I'm sorry that truck had to go, but that woman was pure evil. All right, guys, that's enough adventure for one day. My heart's beating fast. I'm stressed out now thinking about all that stuff. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe do so. And like always, Semper Fi till next time.